Okay, perfect. We are recording. Welcome. It is Thursday, October 8th, 2020. You are here because you have some interest in Business Professionals of America. Either you have a solid interest or you're just pretty much like, this is my club, this is where I'm going to be. So, for those reasons, I thank you for being here today. If you don't know who I am, my name is Miss Torres. I do teach business classes here at the high school, multiple different business classes. And last year I started this club, Business Professionals of America. Um, because it's important that every subject in the school, like every department, has a club that expands on what that knowledge is. It helps us leave the boring stuff in the classroom and bring our fun stuff into an extracurricular activity. Number two, the reason this club was so important for me was because when I was in high school, just like you, I took business classes or had some interest in business and was able to be a part of this club for three out of my 4 years of high school. I started my sophomore year of high school. Gosh, I wish I would have started freshman year, but it's the kind of club that you can jump into at any time. And the club really opened up so many opportunities for me and really helped me understand what adulting was really like. Because I think at the end of the day, for teenagers, because I was once a teenager, that was really important to me to figure out what's this adult world and how do I find success in the adult world. So that's what I hope that this club brings to our students here at Hobart High School. So Business Professionals of America, what I wanted to go through today is the websites. They have updated the website. It looks amazing. Um, I also, in a lot of messages through Canvas, have provided a Google form. And so far, I've had 25 students fill out, showing interest in membership. And then out of those students, they selected to say, yes, I'd like to be an officer. So I'm still collecting membership forms through the Google form. My goal is that by next week, definitely before we close out for the first 9 weeks, is that we go through the officers. So I would ask officers to jump on, maybe give a 30-second little bio of who they are and why they want to be in an officer position. And then to the members only of Business Professionals of America, I'll send out another Google form. You guys will vote on your officers, and we will do it that way. Whenever you're having a club and you're going to have officers, it always has to be voted on by the members. So that's why right now I'm trying to increase membership. So if you have a friend, a colleague, a classmate that you think would have some interest in this club, do tell them. I always find that I get a lot of singletons in this club, a lot of people that just come single, but then I get a few little duos here and there, some cliques of people that just are looking to do something together after school with a friend or a classmate, a colleague. So we welcome all of that. So continue to promote membership. I think with Business Professionals of America, I will always take members year round. There'll be some specific members that have already paid dues and they'll have more availability into the club, into the website than maybe like a latecomer would have. But I never want to deny anyone to be able to come to our club and hang out with us. I can't wait until we can all hang out together. That's probably my favorite thing about running clubs, and the fact that that part has been taken away from us. I am with a great attitude trying to do the best that I can with the resources that we have available. So going in Indiana, BPA.org is our website. So that's the main website that you can grab from the address bar. But I opened up a few tabs because I wanted to go specifically into what we're doing. So I wanted to talk about the Fall Leadership Conference series. Obviously, you're looking at those dates, Monday through Wednesday, September 21 to 23, Tuesday, Wednesday, 29, 30. They're obviously all past. They're past, but I have all of these sessions. They recorded these sessions and they provided these sessions. Unfortunately, they recorded everything and they put it on a pre-recorded video on a Microsoft Office PowerPoint, which is what they use in Business Professionals of America, Microsoft Office. Those of you who have had me in the classroom, I always tell you that Google Suite, what we do in Google Slides and Docs and Sheets and everything, no one uses that in the real world. It's not what adults use. It is not what colleges use. Google doesn't go beyond 12th grade. Once you go past 12th grade, the only thing people use Google for is to actually ask Alexa a question, or to the partnership that Google has with YouTube. Um, So, with that being said, these videos, my goal was I was going to show them while I was recording today, and then I was going to be able to message them out. But I have to figure out a way to convert them so that you guys would be able to view them on your Chromebooks. Like I can view it on my desktop here at school, but I can't view it on the new line, and I cannot view it on our Chromebook either. So, in the world of technology, I'm just going to say that sucks. But what they did go over is talking about what comes next. So I was able to skim through and watch the videos, and I've seen them in years past or heard about these topics in years past, but just to kind of give you a little synopsis, a highlight of what this is. So they talked about what comes next, business professionals of America after high school. If you do not know, this is a club that stems after high school at the collegiate level. So many colleges have Business Professionals of America. As I've said before to people, Business Professionals of America holds the same exact stature as the National Honor Society and Key Club. So it is a recognized club amongst public education and between colleges. Most importantly, it's a very recognized club with employers just because of the title Business Professionals of America. So they have a whole series about what you can do next after high school with this club. So for my juniors and seniors, that's going to probably be something that they're going to really like. Then they had one that was just for advisors. So I was able to join that one and watch it live. The next one was about your perfect competition is our mission. That's the one that I'm trying to get downloaded to you guys. That's the one that I want all of my members to see so that you can have an idea of what this competition is going to be like, and we can kind of come up with our mission of what we want to do. Then is calling about boost your brand. Because we are a business club, we are always going to be promoting ourselves. We are always going to be marketing ourselves. Right now, we're very business people. We're very hands-on type of people. So promoting ourselves and marketing ourselves is going to look a little bit different. I'm going to rely on all of us getting our technology skills together, and maybe we create some videos and we send them out to students, and fun videos, that kids can watch during power hour. Like, hey, do you know what it takes to land a job interview? Do you really know what it takes to do a presentation? So all these skills that we learn in our business class and we'll learn here through this club, boosting our brand is going to be us marketing to our classmates or marketing to our community. I always think that it would be so beneficial to make like little videos. And when I say videos, I'm talking like minutes, just a few minutes. Even if we were to post things like on the gram or on Facebook, Twitter, or on LinkedIn, where we're showing people in the community, this is how you dress professionally, this is how you interview, this is how you do something in Google, how you do something in Microsoft Office. So anything that we can do that betters our community is what Business Professionals of America is all about. It's basically like if we see an opportunity for someone to be a professional, then we are going to take that opportunity and move forward with it and help them enhance themselves. Then they had a day in the life of a state officer. The state officers, it seems like this is a really big deal within this club. Obviously, we're going to have officer positions here within the club, but there's also state officer positions where you can be on an executive board within the state, and that seems to be a very big deal. And then service learning with the change of earning, that's kind of more focused on what our community service is. So I paid $25 to get all of these videos sent out to us. So I'm totally oh, that I can't see it, that it's on PowerPoint. I don't know if I'm more mad that it's on PowerPoint. I'm more mad that my Google Chromebook doesn't like Microsoft Office and it doesn't allow me to see it. But that was right there on the Indiana thing. So here's what I want to talk about. So that was the Fall Leadership Conference. They usually do these things face to face, but obviously they had to do everything virtual. So this is always something cool when the club starts. We're able to go on these little like seminars. So what we're preparing for today is the Region Leadership Conference, as they call it, the RLC. The RLC is going to be opening up October 19th, and the deadline to register is by November 2nd. So we have until now, until like October 19th, to really start thinking about what our chapter, because that's what we're considered, a chapter of Hobart High School, what we want to contribute to the Region Leadership Conference, right? So if you didn't know, I'm like sidetrack a little bit. Let me rewind. If you didn't know, there is competition in the world of business. Just like an athlete, just like I'm just going to use football. If you have two quarterbacks, right? Those two quarterbacks are always going to be running and practicing for who's going to be the starting quarterback on the Friday night football game or on the Sunday football game, right? In the world of business, we compete the same way. If you have a room where five people want to present, only one person gets selected to present, you know? So it's always about bringing your A game to everything that you're doing. So the Region Leadership Conference is going to take place December 5th through the 12th. Each region will be selecting its date for the conference, and the conference this year is going to be held virtually. What I like about that is if you're an e-learner, because I know I have some people on the call that are e-learners, what I like about that is you can literally for this entire semester do this club from home. So I really like that, and I hope that it keeps students engaged and gives them something extra to do, something fun. Um, so it's going to be all online. On there, it has like a newsletter. So I'm going to just click on this newsletter really quick. And it's loading. So it goes through just kind of explaining what one has to do. Obviously, this is more me having to do all of these things. And it talks about the payments. Then it talks about who our region coordinators are. We fall under Region 1 here at the Hobart High School. Our region coordinator is Tracy Blanco. She's actually a business teacher at Kankakee Valley High School. So it talks about the competition. So here we're going to go over what the events are, but I want to kind of explain where we get to choose. Members may register for 2 events, only one of which may be a team. Virtual events are not included in this count. So there are some virtual events too that people can do independently, but as a chapter, members can only do 2 events. So open events do not count as registered events. Members may take any and all open events during the conference. Chapters may have only 1 team per event. Events showing an optional application are completed at the national level only. I don't know what that means. Forget that I even read that. So then here it's showing again region president, statewide officers. So there's that picture of those officer positions that they have available in the state. This again, I'm just, no, okay, this is where I wanted to go. So let's talk about what events are, because that's what I think I've had a lot of people going, what are these events? How do you compete in business, right? So they have an event called Administrative Support Team Software Package. It's all about Microsoft Office. Obviously, we don't have a lot of people that know about it, but I think that it's something that I could teach to if someone decided that they wanted to do that. So they have, as you can see, everything is Microsoft Office. And here's the cool thing. Now that I'm thinking about Microsoft Office, we can still do things in Google, like especially if you're doing things from home, we can still do things in Google and I can still convert it into Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Access. We can still convert all of those things. So there's more events than that. That's just kind of like a highlight of what some of the computer software ones are. So if you are into computers, that is that. So let me rewind back here because on this other tab, they did have events. Sorry, bear with me. Ooh, this is BPA swag. This is on the website as well. So this is where I would love for us to raise some money to be able to get that. I really want us to get a polo, a very nice little polo embroider that says Business Professionals of America, possibly have like our name on it. So I think that would be nice. The website has them, but we can go and have these made from another company. That's not a big deal at all. So going through, as I'm trying to find the list of, oh, I see, events and awards. This is what I'm looking for. Bear with me as this is still taking me back to student resources. Okay, I talked about Torch Awards in another meeting. Torch Awards is all about community service. So everything that we do within the community is actually, we're going to record it here. and they give chapters rewards and recognition based on what they do for the community. So we will be looking into doing things like that. Last year, what we did toward our torch rewards was we participated in the Hobart Small Business Expo. We participated with Small Business Saturday. We also traveled to the United Center and met the marketing um, business staff who make the Chicago Bulls. So that is all part of Torch Awards, which is really cool that we can go do cool things and still be able to be rewarded for it. And I am still trying to get the events. Okay, I have them written down. So let me just go by what I have written down because that's going to make more sense for us. Some of the things that I want us to be doing is like when we have these meetings, I would love to I want to bring in some guest speakers that can join in and talk to us about anything that you guys want to know. So, if there's like a certain type of area that you're interested in learning more about, whether that's military, whether that's healthcare, whether that's policing, if you want to kind of understand more of the business side or the career side of it, please let me know because I would love to invite those people in. They'll join in on our Zoom call and then we can all just kind of have a very casual Q&A with them. It's weird that this whole little tab will not open for me. That every other tab opens. So here's what they were telling me about competitions, because I was asking them, like, tell me which competitions you would recommend. So one was about the big one that kind of stood out to me too was one was a global marketing comparison activity that we can do and we can compete in. The other was a small business management group. So these are kind of group projects, and we could only have one group project per chapter, which is a different type of rule that I've ever heard of, but we can only have one per chapter. So the ones that stood out to me were small business management, global marketing comparison. Another one was a podcast team, or a team of people would come together and do a podcast. Another one is website design. If anyone feels comfortable to design a website. If you're good with math, we also have an accounting. It's open book. You can use a book. And then the most popular one that you can do as an individual, and this is where I think everyone should probably just do this one, would be the interview skills. And that's where you would just sit and you would sit for a mock job interview. They would ask you, they would give you like a job description, and then they would ask you questions, and you would try to sell yourself to be able to obtain the job. So the interview skills to me seems like a very good what I'm looking for at the regional level is for us to be able to qualify for state. So if we hit the easy button and we take things that are just right at our level, we have a higher chance of competing at the state level. Okay. So again, and then there's a graphic design for anyone who's good at graphic designing. There's marketing, small business management, a podcast, broadcast news, and interview skills. So I wrote all of these things down because they were on the website that I cannot find right now. My apologies for that. The website changed from last year, so I'm still trying to get used to how it all works. So that's kind of like where I'm at right now. I feel like I've just like been rambling a lot for a little while. So, okay, I'm looking in the chat room. Looks like you guys have some questions. Okay, I'll put my portfolio for my elevator pitch. Oh, Mia made an elevator pitch. Okay, so I will go do my thing now. I watched the recorded email if you need anything. Helena, I vote for the first two. Okay, Helena, you said first two. Are you talking about the global marketing comparison and the small business management?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. No, I like those two because I don't want to say that they sound easy, But sometimes maybe it just sounds more appealing to me. And when something sounds appealing, it tends to be easier for me.
I like since I want to do like national, like for my career. That's why I kind of want to go into like the global one
Okay.
and look into that one. And then the management's also easy. Oh, that like that one sounds easy.
Yeah. I I even thought for you, Helena, because I know you've taken accounting already, is going in as an individual with the accounting first too, if you were comfortable with it.
But wouldn't that be like just me representing?
Yeah,
Wouldn't it not be a group?
right. That would just be an individual. So you're allowed to do two events. You're allowed to do a group and an individual or two individuals. So
Okay.
yeah, just brainstorm that. We're just brainstorming that. Um, I always like to open up the end of my meetings to Q&A. So is there anyone else? Do you wanna mute yourself, Helena? Oh, thanks. I just want to open it up to anyone else that has any like quick questions. I went through a lot. I went through it fast. I am recording this, so I'll get this sent out. But I think
Mr. Chris.
yes, go.
So I put my pitch. I put my portfolio in the chat.
Oh, okay. All right. Ooh. Oh, how cool. All right. Is my screen still being? All right. Let me. Am I still sharing my screen? Yeah, I'm still sharing my screen. Okay, my screen is still being shared. So here is Mia's portfolio. Very nice. So this is sites.google.com. I know you guys all know about it, but obviously you're probably like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Most kids always tell me this. I just thought it was somewhere where we download all of our course artifacts because that's what teachers tell you to do. Because teachers are evaluated on the quality and content of work that they are giving students. So we always have students put in all of that. So on here, Mia, you've got all of the everything. You probably have to go into your Google Drive and unlock a lot of that. You just have it privately shared, but this is cool. You've got your video here.
So I have to go back into everything and privately and like publicly share them.
Yes, yeah.
That's gonna be. I don't even know how much is there. It's gonna take forever.
I know it is. It is. When my stepdaughter, who's a senior, she had to do hers. We sat and did it like right before school started. She was like clicking everything. She was like, and then I would sit on my Chromebook and be like, nope, that one's still locked. Baby steps. It's okay.
Is there any way that you could like do a whole section?
Yeah, you can just do the folder itself in the Google Drive.
Oh, that makes it so much easier.
Yeah, yeah, just share the whole folder. That way, all the documents. So this is awesome. So here's Mia's community service. So there's a little picture when we did the business expo last year. So here's what she's done from middle school to high school. I always tell students if you started like getting up on your A game in middle school, definitely recognize that. I don't think people give it enough recognition. You know what you've done through K through 12 is you. It's what defines you. So she's got her extracurricular. She's got certification, CPR, internships, jobs. I know that that's something that she's trying to work toward because Mia's a sophomore. Then we had the course artifacts. This is awesome. And then she's got academics. Usually in academics, people will put like their transcript if that's something that they want to share.
Oh, I forgot to put my transcript in there.
Oh, and then ISMA honor roll, awesome.
I have more awards. I'm just waiting to get them.
Yeah,
Because COVID.
I know. And then we've got some schoolwork here, a video that she made in Spanish class, and her grades from ninth grade, and some of the crafts that she's done. Business Professionals of America. So this was a logo that she made, a little graphic design. That's awesome. I'm so glad that you shared that with me. I'm going to leave that there. All right. In my little Zoom world, is there anyone that has any questions? Um, if you're a little confused, do know that that's okay. That's normal. I think the biggest takeaway to kind of just recap everything that we've been doing, we're still taking members for Business Professionals of America. We have the site. I'm going to put the site here actually in the chat room, indianabpa.org. So you have the website. You can look around the website to really have a good idea. So what would be really nice if I can, I'd like to have all my members in Reminds, because then I'm not having to like email everyone at the school what our business is. I could just go into Reminds and send you guys those links for things to know. I think the gist of what to know, like, what am I going to get out of this club? What you're going to get out of this club is workplace skills, um, advanced career knowledge. You're going to be able to learn how to network with other business people within our region. And most importantly, you're going to be able to learn how to, you'll be able to network with people around the state. I think what's so unique about this club now in 2020 versus when I was in this club in I graduated high school in 1996, is like the amount of networking. So when I hear from other advisors about like their students, they're networking with other people out of Indianapolis, out of Bloomington, out of Fort Wayne, out of South Bend, and they're collaborating and they're making friends with people who want to be successful like them, you know. And I think as a teenager, it's so important to have a fun social life, you know, and to be successful with your friends. But at the same time, we also kind of have to think about our future a little bit, and we want to start putting ourselves in a circle with people who want to succeed. You know, I know when I was graduated high school, I had some slacker friends that were just going to stay living in their parents' basement for many years. So I really try to like push myself into a friend circle with people who wanted to be successful, that were into doing things that were for the better of us, you know. And I don't think I'd be where I am today if I really didn't pay attention to my circle of who I networked with, you know. So I want to thank you all for coming to today's meeting. I want to be respectful of time, and we're going on 3:30. So I will stop the recording, as I'm always trying to stop the recording. I'm always trying to figure out where's that stop record button. There we go. Thank